Hello everyone, welcome back to ARCHIP. Happy New Year. This is the first video we do in 2025. Obviously, for this video we planned a outlook into the new year of what is going to happen, maybe, and what should be top of mind for cryptocurrency enthusiasts and investors like you. Point 1, regulatory clarity in the US at last. The new Trump administration is expected to foster and promote various cryptocurrency initiatives. This is evidenced by the plans to appoint a crypto-friendly SEC commissioner, as well as a specialized AI and crypto czar. Such moves are likely to decrease political as well as regulatory pressure on crypto exchanges and DeFi protocol as such. Simultaneously, US Bank might also be moving into crypto and finally embracing and being able to do custody of crypto and digital assets. Point number 2, stablecoins are on the rise. A comprehensive stablecoin bill is expected to pass in 2025 as well, given there is a lot of bipartisan support for it. The regulatory clarity on that front would obviously drive further institutional investment, driving up the overall market capitalization of stablecoins. Obviously, such a development would not only help stablecoins directly, but also digital assets at large. And it would probably also blur the line between centralized crypto exchanges, conventional payment providers, as well as fintech companies. Point number 3, Bitcoin strategic reserve remains a topic of discussion. So as a matter of fact, discussions about the US potentially implementing a strategic Bitcoin reserves are gaining ever more traction. Right at the end of last year, according to a Forbes article, Trump once again reiterated his plans to establish such a Bitcoin reserve for the United States. Interestingly enough, such an initiative could actually be enacted by the president himself through a so-called executive order. And it's probably no coincidence that the Bitcoin Policy Institute in the US has already drafted such an executive order, which is ready to be signed. If implemented by executive order through the president, this strategic Bitcoin reserve could even be expanded by congressional support. For this, we also know there is already a draft lying around. It's the Bitcoin Act that we don't know yet, but could be published once the president sort of gives a green light. Because of all these developments, forecasting platforms like prediction markets, like Polymarket, have seen the likelihood of such an incident or such a development happening increase as of late. Point 4, MicroStrategy's relentless appetite for Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is yet again expected to buy Bitcoin in 2025, funded by share issuance as well as issuance of convertible bonds. So far, 16 billion of these originally proposed 42 billion have been invested and done, leaving still room for the upside in terms of further investments. Also, the company's recent inclusion in Nasdaq, the US technology index, adds more fuel to this entire momentum. This is because passive inflows from Nasdaq into MSTR stock help maintain this premium over the Bitcoin held by MicroStrategy, enabling the company to further sell stock as well as convertible bonds to raise funds to buy more Bitcoin. Also, new accounting rules that have been put in place right at the end of 2024 help MicroStrategy to realize more of the Bitcoin gains that they have from buying Bitcoin, which again then helps the company to remain and stay profitable over different quarters, which then again increases the chance of maybe even getting into the S&P 500 in 2025. If successful and MicroStrategy were to even get into the S&P 500, obviously this would add even more dry powder for the company to put into Bitcoin. Point number 5, more crypto ETFs likely. For one, with a more favorable environment in terms of regulatory clarity in the US, we could also see a staking component being integrated into Ethereum ETFs in 2025 already. This much desired staking component, which makes it possible for investors to then profit off a 3% staking yield from Ethereum, would among Wall Street people obviously increase the interest in these type of instruments like the Ethereum ETFs. A wave of new other crypto ETFs is also expected to be coming in 2025. In addition to so-called dual asset ETFs, where an ETF holds Bitcoin and Ethereum in the same product at the same time, we could be seeing ETFs for other products on other crypto assets. Among these assets could be Litecoin or Dogecoin. And why these assets? Well, it's because these assets have never been classified as securities before, which makes it more probable that from a regulatory perspective, investors would be looking at this and this could actually be improved. But make no mistake, in the end, there's also a proposed market structure bill in the US that Congress will maybe decide on in 2025. And this bill aims to clarify the legal status of various crypto assets, whether they are securities or not, as well as what regulatory body has jurisdiction over these assets. And yes, if this market structure bill were to pass, this would obviously open up the way or the door for more crypto assets to be approved, and it would rather be a when and not a if. Last point, number 6, DeFi making its way back. A crypto-friendly environment in the US in terms of regulatory clarity could also lead to a sort of revival among decentralized finance protocols. Many such DeFi blue chip protocols like Aave, like Uniswap or Maker have made a lot of technological progress in recent years. And as we can see, also the hacks in all of DeFi have been going down significantly. And obviously, we can also point to lower interest rates, which should be in store for 2025, creating a more favorable environment for DeFi protocols. This is because both financing as well as opportunity costs come down as interest rates come down as well. And this could then prompt traditional institutions that maybe have so far been skeptical of entering DeFi finally tip their toe in and become active with all sorts of DeFi protocols. If this were the case, we would assume that decentralized exchanges, DEXs, in terms of volume, could gain ever more when compared to their centralized counterpart, the CEXs. Overall, we would expect that the total value locked in DeFi could actually surpass its previous all-time high, which was at around 180 billion US dollar in 2025. So yes, these were all the relevant points which we believe should be top of mind for cryptocurrency investors in 2025. Obviously, in the new year, we will keep supplying and providing you with more content, interesting videos. So please go ahead, like this one, comment if you have questions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will see you soon. Bye guys.